Okay, welcome back to whatever the hell this is. Today I want to go over some 2023 tax changes for individuals. So number one, every year the IRS makes some adjustments for inflation, and if you recall 2022 we had a healthy amount of that. So there's been some larger changes to tax brackets than usual, like the 37% marginal tax bracket, that's the highest bracket. Doesn't kick in until 578,000 in income for single people, 693,000 for married people. So basically that's the case for every bracket. You've got a little bit more room to run in each bracket. So a little bit more of your income is taxed at 10%, 12%, 22%, so on and so forth. So all in all, that saves you money. Same deal for capital gains. You don't get to the 20% capital gains tax rate until 492,000 in AGI for single people, 553,000 for married people. So the majority of individuals will have their capital gains taxed at 0 or 15. Those are the only two brackets outside of those. The other thing that increases with inflation is the standard deduction. This is the amount that's deducted from your income before calculating your tax. It's the deduction that everybody gets no matter what, basically. And last year it was $25,900 for a married couple. This year it's up to $27,700. So pretty large increase. Same thing, individuals, $13,850 this year versus $12,950 last year. So again, saves people money, and it's an automatic deduction, so you don't have to bother itemizing deductions if you're not over that threshold. The other thing is energy credits. So we talked about EV credits in a prior video, but there's also residential energy credits available for improvements to your home. So if you purchase like solar panels or do a large solar or wind project for energy efficiency purposes, you can deduct, or not deduct, you get a tax credit for 30% of the cost of the project. So this is a pretty large credit that's available if you're looking into doing one of those projects. There are also smaller credits available for things like energy efficient windows, furnaces, AC units, insulation, those types of things. It used to be 10% of the cost of those items. Now it's 30%. And there used to be a $500 annual lifetime cap on the credit. So once you hit $500, it was over. Now it's $1,200 cap, and it's an annual cap. So you can take those credits up to $1,200 every year. So it makes sense to spread those projects out year over year if you can, because then you can take advantage of that full annual cap. And then the last thing is the retirement savings opportunities. So you can dump a lot more into your 401k this year, $22,500 if you're an individual who's under the age of 50. If you're over 50, you can put 30 grand in there. So big opportunities there. Same thing with IRAs. It's going to be $6,500 a year instead of the $6,000 it was last year. And same thing, catch-up contributions if you're over 50 is an extra grand on top of that. Also higher limits for HSAs. Many other items like that have been adjusted for inflation, so take a look online and see what you can find there. And then the last thing for retirement stuff, RMD, required minimum distributions. So once you reach retirement age, at some point the IRS makes you start pulling from your 401ks and IRAs. That used to be at age 72. For 2023, that goes up to age 73. So you don't have to pull from those accounts if you don't need the money until that age. Those are the major changes for individuals. There's a bunch more, but those are the ones that affect most people. So if you have questions about how it impacts your situation, just let us know.